Let's do it. I'm going live right now.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ton's Historic Public Performance Test. My name is Matt, and I'm your host today. Thank you for joining us on this historic moment where we will attempt a performance test to set Ton as the world's fastest blockchain. With me on the call, you can see Jack Booth, who's the head of marketing at Ton Foundation. There's
Hey guys.
Kirill Alder, who's the member of the core development at Ton Foundation. Hello, Kirill.
Hi.
And there's Map Shen, who's head of platform and CertiK, who will be independently auditing the performance results.
Hi.
So once again, thank you for joining us. First, I think we can start with Jack, who will give us a quick introduction to why we're all here today. Jack, over to you.
Sure. So, hey guys, great to be here to join you all today. Just want to talk a little bit about the goal of today's live stream. The goal is obviously to demonstrate the power of the Ton blockchain. We've seen really a reluctance in the market to truly verifiably demonstrate what potential the layer one, each individual layer one has for scalability. In fact, in the preparation for this event, it was really hard to actually find any verifiable source for peak transactions per second on any blockchain. So in true Ton fashion, we really want to do things differently. We can safely say this is the world's first live and public performance test of a layer one blockchain. Ton at the moment is experiencing rapid growth now due to the clarity given about the work the Ton community is doing with Telegram. In September, the Ton-based wallet in Telegram launched to its new position in the main Telegram menu for all existing wallet users. And in November, rollout will begin to all Telegram's 800 million active users outside the US. So this will really put a crypto wallet in the hands of more users than ever before. It enables two-tap user onboarding for any Ton-based project. And as a result of this collaboration, we've unveiled a new mission we hope will inspire the Ton community to put crypto in every pocket by building a Web3 ecosystem on Telegram to make it convenient for billions of people to own their digital identity and assets. We do this to show builders that they are welcome on Ton. Ton not only has a unique advantage and the best distribution channel in its close integration with Telegram, we believe, and we want to show today, it also has the best technology. So super excited to get started. It looks like we've hit the target number of shards here. So 512 is the target amount. So let's go, guys. I think we can start to send through the transactions and start the test.
Perfect. Thank you very much for the intro, Jack. Now we can see the dashboard in front of us, which will be tracking today's performance. So let's start from the beginning. Kirill, you're here to guide us through the technical part of this test. So can you tell me what is going to happen now? What are we looking at?
Well, Matt, we have launched a separate test network that consists of 256 validator nodes running on servers of Alibaba Cloud. And at this stage, I would like to thank Alibaba Cloud for their assistance and for allocating those resources to us. Without them, it would have been much more difficult to make this groundbreaking record. Next, what we are going to do is we are going to deploy a bomb smart contract that will replicate itself through entire network and start to send out the transactions. And the load will grow exponentially. Let's see how Ton network copes with it.
Thank you. You mentioned that we will be running this test on a test network or on a special network. Can you tell me what is the reason behind this? Why not use the mainnet?
Well, the reason is actually quite simple. Running such a bomb in a mainnet would result in absolutely astronomical amount of money which you have to pay for the network fees. In a test network, we can afford this. So this method will generate huge number of fairly complex transactions. So as if millions of users were doing it at the same time.
Great. Now, can you explain what data are we looking at the dashboard so we can see transactions, shard chains?
Yes. Well, the data, which, by the way, the data which you see on the dashboard, which, by the way, can be accessed on the live.ton.org, there should be a link below this video. This is a data which comes directly from the blockchain and is updated in real time. And the graphs, they show, first of all, transactions per second. This is a metric which is most interesting for us today. Total number of transactions which were generated since beginning of the test and number of shard chains. As we start to generate the traffic, the numbers will grow and they will reach the maximum possible potential with the computing power we have allocated to the test network today.
So the important part to highlight here is that we are not just claiming that Ton can reach this transaction speed, but we're actually backing it up with the results in front of us. How does Ton manage to sustain such a high load?
Well, Matt, Ton has performance in its DNA. Basically, Ton has a unique architecture that allows almost infinite scaling. We have special nodes called validators that process transactions from the users. For example, sending the coins, which is the most basic transaction, or doing something more complex like exchanging assets on decentralized exchanges. And the secret for efficiency of Ton is that as the number of users and load increases, Ton is capable to automatically split itself into the different sub-blockchains. We also call them shard chains. And each of those shard chains is being operated by the separate group of validators. Hence, we do spread the load over the network and we avoid congestions. When the load decreases, Ton is capable to collapse chains back together. So we are not stuck with huge number of chains. When load is down, number of chains is reduced. In a technical language, it's called dynamic sharding or horizontal scaling.
In the previous answer, you stated that this test is limited by the currently available computing power or servers. Does that mean that this is not the limit of Ton blockchain?
No, it is not. Ton network is capable to handle transactions of millions of users at the same time, actually billions of users, if there are enough validator nodes in the network. So we are far, far from the limits of what Ton can achieve and handle. In this test, we actually have, as I mentioned, 256 machines as validators, and this moderate number should be actually sufficient, we hope, to beat the world TPS record and possibly even numbers which are managed by centralized networks such as Visa or MasterCard. Just imagine what we could do with thousands of validators.
So we know that the previous world record is held by Solana. Can you give us your prediction? What do you expect that we will reach today?
I hope that we will reach 5-6-digit numbers. So I would really hope to see 100,000 TPS.
That's amazing. Let's see if we get there. Kirill, thank you very much. Are there any other technical details our viewers should know?
Oh, there are a lot of very interesting and groundbreaking technical details Ton has. If I'm to think now about, I would probably pick two. That's what I will talk about. Number one, I would like to once again stress that Ton is a true layer one blockchain, and it has very, very low time to finality. That is the time it takes to make sure the transaction you have submitted is immutable. We are talking here of about 6 seconds of time of finality, which is truly groundbreaking. And the second is actually related to this particular test. It is important to say that what we are witnessing here, the numbers are going up as we see. This is not just simple coin transfers. We are doing much more here. Each transaction counted against those numbers does execute fairly complex smart contract logic. And this is actually much harder to achieve high performance with such complex smart contracts. And yet, as you see, we are doing it.
So time to finality is a metric or a parameter that says that now the transaction is irreversible and immutable. In Bitcoin, this would be 6 confirmations on the transactions, right?
Yes, absolutely correct.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Kirill, for your deep dive into the technicalities behind this test. Now let's get back to Jack. Jack, what motivated you to attempt to set the world record for the fastest blockchain?
Yeah, so I think the motivation here is really to just set a benchmark and start being transparent with our community about what the blockchain and the technology can achieve. You know, with Ton community's really deep integration with Telegram, what we believe that we're seeing now is the emergence of the first global Web3 super app, where all your daily financial, entertainment, your social needs, they're all built into Telegram's mini apps platform by Ton developers and based on the Ton blockchain. So to cater to these new and massive needs, we felt it really important to verifiably demonstrate the scalability of Ton blockchain. And now, you know, all builders and all developers in the space can be happy now in the knowledge that we hope that Ton will become the fastest blockchain. And we're already, you know, as I'm speaking right now, we are coming up to 59,000 transactions per second. So I believe the target here is 60,000. So we're going now right this very minute past that in terms of transactions per second. So yeah, I think I can safely say all builders can be happy in the knowledge that Ton is faster than all other payment networks on the planet today. That goes for any L1 blockchain, but it also goes for traditional finance rails like Visa, MasterCard, or PayPal, which also don't get up to this type of transactions per second, this type of speed, this type of throughput.
So that's amazing. So now Ton is already officially the fastest blockchain in the world. The question is how far we're gonna get. Jack, give me your prediction.
We're still climbing, aren't we? Pretty steadily. So I'm thinking we can probably get plus 100K. That would be my hope here. 100K transactions per second. And the great thing is this is not even the limit. You know, this is not even the limit. This is our first test publicly, but this is absolutely nowhere near the maximum. Ton can really scale infinitely with the dynamic sharding mechanism that's built into it. So the limits are really dictated by the servers and obviously the operational costs. We need to pay for these servers. We need to rent them for a short amount of time just to put a load of throughput through them. So really, it's kind of economically a cost as well to do this. So what we've done today is kind of set up the system to be, you know, our ideal attempt, show that we can certainly beat all the technology that's out there at the moment, and really just put a benchmark in the sand to say, let's be transparent with our communities. Let's show what the technology can really do.
And we are at 97,000 already. This is crazy. Map, how high do you think we will get? What do you think is the highest transactions per second we're going to reach today?
Oh wow, we definitely looking beyond 100K, I feel like.
Let's see how far we can push. Jack, last question for you. Are there any plans to leverage this world record attempt in further research or development?
Yeah, look, I think we at Ton Foundation would love to spearhead an initiative now across the industry where when it comes to the core metrics people look at to analyze whether a blockchain is good or bad, we're doing it in a transparent and public and live way. And look at that, we've just hit over 100K, peaked out for a second there.
100K is in, very nice, beautiful.
So we're really zooming. But yeah, so yeah, let's just say that this is the first step, the first public live broadcast, but we want to do this more often. We want to make these tests a regular thing and hope to see much more participation by other infrastructure and layer ones moving forward in the future.
Thank you, Jack. And look, we crossed 100K for a very brief moment there. Let's see if the blockchain manages to push further. 100,654 is
got
the
the peak
record
out
so
there.
far.
Yep.
That's the peak. Let's see if we can push even higher. Now would be a great time to pop some champagne, but all of us are at work, so it's probably inappropriate. But I would like to at least applaud to the Ton Foundation team and to CertiK for this amazing achievement. But let's continue. Let's see how far we can get. Map, let's talk about CertiK's involvement in this attempt. Why did you decide to get involved?
Well, first of all, congratulations so far on what we have achieved. And
Thanks, Map.
back to CertiK, we are long-standing security partner of Ton. We have watched the evolution of Ton every step along the way. So far, we are very proud with the work we've done together with Ton. Right? That includes 6 audits, and those audits are not just in-depth manual reviews, but we also employed formal verification methods. So therefore, we love to collaborate with Ton in more aspects, such as today's post-launch performance verification. And I think we all know, right? True performance is an essential quality for any layer 1 protocol. But it's not common to see organizations like Ton willing to go this far to validate their performance. So again, super excited to be here for this milestone and witness the history together.
Yeah, and I think what you mentioned there is the important part, that this is a proof of what we claim, and not just another marketing claim where you can say you can reach 500,000 transactions, where according to Kirill, Ton could possibly get, but of course there are the limitations of the hardware and the available servers. So this is the attempt that we're doing now. There will be probably more attempts in the future, but let's get back to what we're discussing here. Map, how long has CertiK been working with the Ton ecosystem? I assume this is not the first time we're collaborating.
Yeah, defining long. All right. So yeah, we've been working with Ton since early 2022, when we began the first of our 6 audits and the formal verifications of Ton's critical infrastructure. And
so
of course, we look forward to more collaborations.
For almost 2 years now, as we're getting to the end of 2023. Map, your team, I assume, is auditing or verifying the results as we speak. Can you tell us a bit about the methodology to audit the results? Because this is an insane amount of transactions, 42, almost 43 million. How do you audit such a huge number of transactions?
Oh, of course. 2 parts. First is infrastructure setup verification, and then performance monitoring. On the infrastructure setup, we validate there are, like Kirill said, right, there are 258 operational nodes, and they are all running on a specific version, and they are all configured to the designated settings, and so on and so forth. And then right now, during this test, we are fetching transaction counts at 1-minute intervals, and then we use the results to calculate the transactions per second, so that we can confirm Ton indeed has set the world record for the fastest blockchain.
Thank you very much. So it's safe to assume that there will be an official release confirming the audit of this result, so that it's not just our claim, but there's an independent party, CertiK, who's verifying this. Kirill, we can see that the transactions are now quite steady. Can we expect that we're going to push even higher, or is this the maximum?
Well, I think we have hit more or less the maximum. We will definitely push higher, but not in this demo.
Now, how do you feel about the results? Are you satisfied about the results? Is this according to your expectations?
Well, I'm actually absolutely thrilled to see this happening in life, because I know how much work went into this. All the guys who invested countless hours, days, and weeks working hard, very hard to achieve this. And I just want to use this opportunity to thank everyone on our core team. It's amazing team, unbelievable, best team I have been with ever. And I think that, again, we made a groundbreaking stuff, and we are just starting.
So now, as we can see on the dashboard, we reached the maximum transactions per second at 1512 at 106,529. That is really an astonishing result, and I was not expecting this myself. I was expecting that it will go slightly above the Solana 60K and then end, but this is almost the double. Jack, back to you. Is there anything that you would like to say following this achievement?
Yeah, yeah. I'd also take the opportunity to thank the amazing core development team that have been working to put this show on for us. It obviously has taken a lot of work and a lot of testing to make sure that we're ready to do this in the first place. So yeah, fantastic work, and thank you guys for doing this. 106,000. I have it as 106. Yeah, 106,529. I've got the PCAT. So there's the line in the sand. Crypto, Web3.
Is this a call to challenge you by your competitors?
Yeah, let's do it. Come on. I mean, this industry is fast moving. There's a lot happening. There's a lot of good sentiment, bad sentiment, all the time. And these types of moments where we come together and we do something big for the whole industry, I think should be celebrated. I think everyone should be involved, as much as possible. So 100%. Let's get the whole industry involved. Let's do a TPS showcase for every blockchain. Let's get it verified. Let's do it all together.
Thank you for that. And I remember reading the article on your blog about Telegram and Ton community teaming up to create the first Web3 decentralized super app. This is a proof that there's the infrastructure required to do so.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the first part in the mass adoption and enabling real world use cases. So I think we are officially at the end of this live performance test. Thank you very much to everyone who joined us. We really appreciate your support. Thanks to the entire Ton community, to all the builders, all the developers. Thanks to Ton Foundation for hosting this event and allowing us to see this. Thanks to Ton Foundation development team, of course, represented by Kirill here, and massive thanks to CertiK and Alibaba Cloud. Jack, is there anything else that you would like to share us?
Yeah, just that we'll be releasing a full documentation on the live stream results, so anyone can come in and verify, as well as a blog article describing the result, and the same for CertiK as well. On CertiK side, they're going to do a blog on the methodology, so you'll be able to understand how the analysis is done. So yeah, just keep watch for that. Everyone, if you're not in the Ton community channel and you're in this stream right now, please join Ton community. Come join us. Obviously, what we're building is up there with some of the best, and we want as big and as an engaged community as we can possibly have. So thank you, Matt. Thank you, Matt, for joining us. Thank you, Kirill, for your very great explanations today. And thank you to the core team for giving us the opportunity to talk while this is all going on.
Perfect. Thank you very much once again for joining us.
Thank you. Bye.
Have a good evening. Bye-bye.
Have a good evening.
Thank you. Bye.